Hey there, greetings. I am Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, March 21st. It's a very exciting day because there is a new moon in Aries. First of all, I look forward to the new moon in Aries every year because it is kind of the beginning of the astrological year. It's the beginning of the zodiac, so we're really stepping into new territory. It's that time of emergence into new ways of being. So when you think about the winter, and especially, of course, we're thinking about things in terms of the Northern Hemisphere here and how it's connected to the zodiac, which Western zodiac emerged in the Northern Hemisphere. But when you think about, so we've got this just natural flow and building from one sign to the next. So we go into the energy of Virgo and the harvest, and then Scorpio and going deep and transformation and death to the old year. And then we go into Sagittarius, where we make meaning and tell stories in getting deeper into the darkness of winter, into that mode of how we tell stories and make meaning of what has transpired. And then we go into the energy of Capricorn, deep in the winter, just after the winter solstice, when things are hard and we have to buckle down and kind of deal with less and confront our limitations and think about planning and structures for the future. Then we go into Aquarius, where we might think about our visions and what we want and what's important to us. And then we go into Pisces, where we do this work of feeling and releasing and letting go and dreaming and kind of completing this whole cycle, this whole process, where we release, we enter into a place of surrender and flow, of releasing the cycles of the past, the energies and patterns and behaviors and ways of being of the past. And then we enter into Aries, which is this moment of rebirth, of emergence, of new discoveries of who we are and our potential and our possibilities, how we move in the world, how we what we want to emerge as. And so really this opportunity to be new, to be anew, to be different, to step into new forms, new ways of being, new growth, new birth. So just like the seeds are starting to sprout in the springtime, we see the first green leaves coming up out of the ground, coming out on the trees, the buds, things starting to give us a hint of what the future will bring. But only do we get that hint through our own desire, our will, our drive to be and to live and to be alive. And so Aries is the I am principle. It is the principle of being, of not just being, but being through our taking up space in the world, our movement in the world, our taking of action, of proactive and courageous living, simply living and being who we are. So what is your I am? What is it that you want to be now that you have this chance to be new, to give birth to yourself anew? You will bring some things with you from the past, some of the things you like, some of the things that still work for you, some of the things that support you. And you also have this opportunity to leave behind the things that are not working for you and move into stepping in or adopting new ways of being. And so 3 things that to remember on this Aries new moon, as you discover yourself anew, let yourself move and be in the world through the will that you have to be alive, to live, to do what you're here to do, and to find the courage to be proactive for what's important to you. taking action on it. So the first thing to remember is, number one, you do not have to be perfect. So those of you who feel like you're not ready, remember that the time is now. It is green light, go. It is showtime. And that is what the energy of Aries is saying. It's like the spotlight is here. This is your chance. You've put in all the work, you've done all the preparation, you've worked on yourself, you've let go of things that no longer serve you, you've been connecting with spirit and your higher truth. Now you got to let go of all of that and do it. So here we are. You do not have to be perfect. This is not the moment to scrutinize, be critical, or to feel like you're not ready. It is the moment to go forth with the fullness of joy of being alive and the fullness of the joy that it means to be you. And so step forth with that joy. Do not let anyone rain on your parade, because this is about you being you and nothing else. Okay, so you don't have to be perfect. That's number one. Number two, it doesn't matter what other people think. Kind of goes with number one, right? So don't, it's not about other people. It's just not. It's about you and what you are learning, what you are discovering, how you are figuring out how to be you. And sometimes that means trial and error. Sometimes it means looking foolish as you figure it out. Sometimes it means just doing what you got to do and not worrying about how it impacts other people or what they think. Now, that doesn't mean don't be kind, don't be compassionate, because you can do this in a loving way, but you can also say, hey, you cannot stop me because I'm here to be me. And that's what this is about. So don't worry about what other people think. It really, really, really doesn't matter what they think. This is about you and you living according to your truth and taking action from that place, which brings us to number three, which is, so number one was you don't have to be perfect. Number two, and you don't have to be ready, right? It doesn't matter whether you're ready. It's happening whether you're ready or not. Number two is it doesn't matter what other people think. It's not about them. And number three is when we think about the action and movement that are hallmarks of Aries energy. Aries is the sign of the warrior. So it is about how we act and move in the world. And that action and movement needs to come from within. So rather than action and movement coming in reaction to the outer world or reaction to internalized expectations that you have, think about where your action and movement and choices and decision making are coming from. Because when it comes from within, are you checking in with yourself, with your truth? Like, is this right for me? Does this feel good? Is this something that is true and right and meaningful for me? Or am I doing it because I feel like I should, or because I want to be liked, or any of those external things? So action and movement originate from within. When you feel moved, that's a good word, right? When you feel moved to take action, that is coming from within. You feel moved because you have done all the inner work. You have thought about who you are. You have given attention and care to yourself. You have nurtured your own truth and connected with what that is. Again, you don't have to be perfect. It's just that you've given some focus and attention to that. And so you can allow action, movement, decision-making, clarity to come from inside. And so waiting, if you're not sure, should I act on this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Give it some space and wait until your own inner truth knows. Does this feel right for me? Does this not feel right for me? Also ask yourself, how do you know? How do you know, is this your yes? Or is this coming from somewhere else, from an external expectation or should? So what is your yes? What does it look like? What does it feel like when you know it's a yes for you and it's right for you? So again, there's some trial and error here. You might make some mistakes on the path, and that's fine. Aries is about not being perfect. It's about moving forward and discovery and coming from that place of the desire to exist, the desire to be in the world, and to live your I am. So, what is your I am? How are you living it? And three things to remember are: number one, you don't have to be perfect. Number two, it doesn't matter what other people think. And number three, action and movement and decision making come from within. They're coming from you rather than from something that is not you. It's that simple. All right, so enjoy this Aries new moon. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you are taking action or what you're noticing about yourself as you go through this Aries new moon process. Of course, it is a potent Aries new moon with Pluto being in the last minutes of Capricorn as we are heading into Pluto's shift into Aquarius on Thursday. And we have also, along with this new moon, Mercury in Aries joining the sun and the moon. We've got Jupiter also in Aries, Chiron also in Aries. So much Aries energy. It's the energy of springtime, of new life, of emergence and rebirth. So notice what it is you are stepping into. If you're interested in learning more about Pluto going into Aquarius, check out my recent videos. I had one on Sunday about all the shifts and changes that are happening this week, including today's new moon. I also have other videos in my 2023 playlist on this YouTube channel specifically about Pluto in Aquarius and what it means and how to work with it. And of course, it's coming this week. So we are here. We are in these very final minutes of Pluto in Capricorn, and we will have more Pluto in Capricorn later this year. But we also have now Saturn, which rules Capricorn, has now gone into Pisces, reminding us that structures and limitations are more fluid and flexible than perhaps we thought they were. So lots to think about. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are enjoying these videos, I'm here every day with the Astrology of Unshakable Self-Care. I also have a special offer to work in depth with me right now. 5 sessions for $500, 1 session a month. It's an opportunity to really dive deep, looking at your chart, how your true self is discovering its path of self-expression and living your truth, and what it means for you and how to be in the world and live according to your purpose. So lots to explore there in a deep dive with me. Special equinox offer that I have, 5 sessions for $500. Normally my sessions are $140 currently, so you can do a single session or save money and do a package. Thank you so much for being here. I will include the link to the 5-session offer here in the description, and also it's available on my website, astrologyheals.com. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye for now.